And we are back with another episode of the Sobacksports podcast. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Sobacksports. And I'm so back with another video. And this has been, should I say, a rough week um, in general. But, if you had tuned in to our instant reaction post game, we had a lot of things to say, especially this guy. Oh, this guy right here had a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
I
things to
did.
say.
I did. I did.
And
I did. I was speaking from my heart, man.
And then right after, I also had some more things to say in that video. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. Always remember to like and subscribe. Really helps with the algorithm. Really helps me create content like this for you guys. So yeah,
Let's talk about the Bears,
let's
man.
let's actually start with the game that just finished.
Oh,
Steelers
that game.
Giants. You want to take away?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I think the Steelers. I mean, they won today, so they're 6-2. Um, I really wanted the Giants to win because I don't know. I don't like Russ starting, but uh, the Giants are just trash, man. I don't know what to say. Like, they're just not a good team. I mean, Daniel Jones ended the game 24 for 38, 264 yards, one interception, zero touchdowns. And I mean, the Giants were in the red zone so much, and I can just tell that Brian Dable was just really angry at Daniel Jones. I mean, he had that fumble at the end, too. Right when Bobby Okereke got a fumble on Russell Wilson, they were in instant red zone, and TJ Watt does what TJ Watt does, gets a fumble on Daniel Jones, and yeah, the rest is history. Steelers win the game 26-18. The Giants actually had another chance, by the way, at the end to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but they couldn't even get to the red zone again. Daniel Jones throws the interception to Beanie Bishop, and Beanie Bishop gets his third interception. So, you know, I thought it was a solid game for Najee Harris. Russell Wilson played okay. Um, I don't know, man. I know Fields was smiling in the sidelines. I don't know why.
He was.
Um,
He loved Russell Wilson when he was growing up. Like, and him and Cam Newton.
hey, that's cute. That's cute, man. But at the end of the day, like, he's stealing snaps from you, and I don't understand why.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't think.
but
I don't
like
think it's like
I
that
think
though.
I think that if Russell Wilson keeps winning games, what's next for Justin Fields, man? That's what I got from the end of the game, because the receivers are playing better with Russ for some reason. I don't know why. Like, Van Jefferson's making diving catches when he never did. Like, George Pickens is actually getting in the end zone and actually catching the ball. Never did that when Justin Fields was the quarterback. So something switched. Like, when Russell Wilson got to be the quarterback, and I don't know why. If I'm the Steelers fan, like, I wanted the opposite to happen. I wanted Justin Fields to be the guy, because it's better to build off a 25-year-old than a 36-year-old that's washed out of his prime. So I don't know, man. Like, you take it away. I don't know. I don't know where Justin Fields goes from here, man.
I think you're more of a pessimistic view of this. We've had conversations about this so many times. I'm more of the optimist. I like this so far. What's happening in a sense? Obviously, I would love for Justin Fields to start for two reasons. One, mainly Justin Fields, um, getting a second chance or second opportunity with a different team, and showing that he is a good talent. But the other thing is that he's going to a good situation. Going to
Is
be
he?
learning behind Russ. And the thing is, Russ,
The learning stage is
you,
over, in my opinion, man.
it doesn't matter. He's still a veteran versus the um,
Fields is
Justin
a
Fields. He's
veteran.
only what?
He's
That
been in the
that's
league for
wrong.
4 years.
That's not being a. That's not what a. All right, that's not what a veteran means. But pretty much,
But
Russell Wilson is the most experienced of them all. Yes, he's had a bad couple of years, and you know Gotta give credit where credit is due. He beat both New Jersey teams. That's really
Yeah,
not
they're
saying too
not.
much, but
They're both 2-6.
but but it's all right. Like, listen, we'll see what happens when he plays against actual defenses. Um, but the Giants' defense, to be fair, is slightly better than the Jets right now, current iteration, just because of how
No, that's not even true.
depleted
That's actually
the secondary is for the Jets right now, and you gotta,
the Giants second.
all right, you're getting cutting out right now, but um, I would say it really is good for Justin for a lot of reasons. Like, it takes the pressure off from him, and you know, it was nice to see. I don't know about you. I mean, you probably didn't enjoy it, but I was pretty happy to see him be on the sideline, kind of happy with Russell Wilson, kind of talking and learning. And Russell Wilson explaining something when it comes to like the play and whatnot, and him just sitting there and listening is something that he kind of needed and still needs, especially for a quarterback that needs to grow on a lot of levels. And this can only benefit Justin. And down the line, he will get his opportunity, I feel. I think forever it will be oh, that's weird. Why is
Yeah, it kicked me out, man. I
interesting?
miss whatever you just said, man.
Oh, pretty much I just said, I liked how he was able to, talk to Russ on the sideline, was, Russ was explaining the plays and
Again, that's
it
cute, man. That's all cute and all. But like, he's not gonna get another place to start. I looked in depth. If it's not the Steelers, where does he start? I've been trying to ask you that question, and you cannot give me a straight up answer.
I don't need to.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just happy for
I mean,
him.
like,
I
I'm
think
asking you a question here, real quick. Like, what has Russ shown that he's like already better? He's better, and he like those Steelers should move on, and they should build around Russell Wilson. Like, what is he shown? He's beat two win teams, and this game he barely put in the end zone. He put in the end zone one time against the Giants, who suck. Like, my question is Russell Wilson actually that good, or is the Steelers defense that insane? Because people are saying that to Justin Fields, like, oh, you're getting carried by your defense. Well, Russell Wilson's also getting carried by his defense. That's cute that he got 278 yards, but like, I don't know, man. I found the Steelers. I I don't understand why they're building around Russell Wilson.
they're not
Russell
building
Wilson,
around.
no, but they are because they're gonna give him a contract if they end the season off 11-6, they're gonna give him a contract. They are gonna give him a contract.
I don't think they will because he's
Why?
35 years old right now.
Okay, but
And
they're winning. What does the Steelers care about?
no,
Winning?
no, 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 they won't. First and foremost,
Why
right?
would they give the contract to Justin Fields? Okay, you explain me that.
They listen, Justin Fields, right. He's not going to get essentially a contract. He's going to probably get some level. I don't think it really all depends on how the season plays out because there's a bunch of the ways that this can all play out for the Steelers going forward. If Russ continues to play well, you know,
It's over.
it's not over because the thing is, you know, Justin will get opportunities elsewhere. Well,
Where?
it may not be like as like you can clearly see it now, but there is listen, the NFL is full of opportunities, right? And while
Oh
it's
god.
very it doesn't seem like it is right now, but down the line when free agency hits and
Where?
that it all opens up. And
Just name me
listen,
one team, please. Just name me one team. That's all I ask. One team that would want him.
Seahawks could
25-year-old
definitely.
guy. Why would they pay a guy who's been in year 4 when you can go draft the quarterback?
I
That's my
think
whole thing.
my thing is I think they might I think why not the Seahawks? The Seahawks could really
Because
utilize him.
Gino is playing out of his mind right now.
Right. But that's not going to last forever. Like
No, they're going to keep Geno Smith.
you got to realize that
And
age
they got
is a
Sam Howell who can
okay.
back him
That
up.
doesn't that's not
Dave,
necessary
sorry.
then
I'm with. He's 30. Sorry, so back. He's 34 years old. That's not that old.
That is pretty old for a quarterback, though. Like mid-30s is pretty old.
He,
Like
you know his numbers,
the
right? You
only
know his
reason why we're
numbers are
saying this is
insane.
because of how Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are right now. They played in their 40s. That's not usual. That's not usually how it works. Like Matthew Stafford is like 35, I think,
Why
or
would the
something like that.
Seahawks move off of him? I don't understand that.
I
That's not
mean,
a
I don't think they're gonna immediately move off of him, but you got to keep in mind, man. Like, listen, opportunities open up. I don't know how it will. It will open up,
okay.
and
Okay, can I ask you a question? If you're a franchise, you're a losing franchise right now. Would you rather draft a quarterback that could be in a rookie deal? Because we see a
that's not
lot of
rookie deal.
teams
That's not rookie deal.
draft a quarterback as a rookie deal.
No, I know, but sorry. I thought you were talking about Justin Fields for a second.
No,
Oh,
Justin
never.
Fields will not be on a rookie deal. You will be on a deal. Like you will be on like a bet, a starting quarterback deal. You would much rather build your team around a rookie deal. That's my worry about it. I thought that it's if he doesn't get the starting job from Steelers, I don't see him getting a starting job anywhere because it just makes sense for franchises
That's a
to
little bit.
okay. For example, the Browns, right? The Browns are a different situation, but like let's be honest, the
The
Browns.
Browns
Let's
is
just say
like there's so many teams. Like you gotta understand. There's so many different teams that could really utilize that. Like if they
no,
really
they
wanted
can't.
to. But the
Okay,
thing
I
is,
can't name a single team right now. Like
right now, Justin Fields isn't like yes, he's played decent. He's played got 4-2. Like cool,
I
right?
don't know. I don't understand why you're saying that's like a light thing. 4-2 is a great record. It's a
So did
good
Caleb
record,
Williams.
bro. We'll get to Caleb later, but
Yeah, but
look,
like you gotta keep it like a record is a record at the end of the
he
day.
beat good. He beat better teams than what Caleb beat.
Name me the
Falcons are a
better
good
team.
team. Falcons are a good
Mhm.
team. He beat
Okay.
the Chargers. He beat the Broncos, who are a good team. They're 5-3. They're a good team. No, they're a good team. They're a good team,
Mhm.
and they beat who was the fourth win? The Raiders. I mean, the Raiders suck. That's the one Mickey Mouse game you got. 3 out of the
But
4 games, he beat
okay,
teams that are above 500.
okay, but the offense wasn't necessarily clicking
That's not true. They scored 32 points in the last game. That makes
the
zero
last
sense.
game. Yeah, and
Yeah, and
they scored a decent
the
amount of points to come back against the
17-13
Colts.
against the Cowboys. He left the field with the lead. His defense let him down.
Oh yeah, yeah, he
Um,
left with the lead.
Colts,
Yeah.
the Colts, his offense looked really good. The defense looked really bad. Against the Colts, they underperformed. They scored. They allowed Joe Flacco to
But
get
what about
27
his
points.
fumbles though?
He had one fumble, and then after that, you know what he did? Led to 3 scoring drives. That's what he did.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Okay. Hold on.
What do you mean you'll remember that? He has one fumble, one interception,
10 touchdowns, 1 interception. But it's five passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay, okay.
and 5 rushing touchdowns. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I don't
You
know.
got
I mean,
you got to give the same energy to Justin Fields, man. He is 4-2. He was 4-2 as a starter. Russell Wilson should not be the starter right now. He
well,
should
he
not be the
is,
starter.
he is, and
And
Mike
I think the
Tomlin made
Steelers
the
are
move.
stupid to start him. Well, I think Mike Tomlin's stupid.
Well, I don't think it is
As good
stupid
as
now. They're 6-2.
yeah, he's played 2 terrible teams.
Okay,
He's gonna lose. Okay, I'm sorry. They're losing to the Commanders.
but like, let's be really honest. That win against the Raiders, right? The Raiders are a bad team. All right,
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't all on Justin Fields. Like half of the
You're
touchdowns
acting like
were
the Russell Wilson wins are on Russell Wilson. They're not.
Let me see how many touchdowns he's had each game so far. Hold on. Russell Wilson stats right now. As of right now, hold on. He doesn't have that
He's had
much.
4 touchdowns. He's had 1 rushing touchdown, 3 touchdowns in 2 games. But the Jets defense
Passer
sucks.
rating average of 109. And Justin Fields, hold on, in 6 games,
You
has
can't
a
do that.
passer
2 games to 6 games is not an accurate statement.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. completely understand.
You
Makes
got to do
complete
Justin
sense.
Fields' two best games versus Russell Wilson's two best games, and
And yet
you
his
can.
rating only peaked when at 104 against the
Why are
Colts.
we looking at rating, man?
Okay, but okay,
We're
then
acting
what?
like
Then
rating is like everything. You're winning
I'm just
football
saying.
games.
I'm just saying right now, like at the time, they lost two of their last three. Okay, at the
Oh
time
my
of that pen.
god, dude! You know
Like
for a fact that the Cowboys loss was not on him,
I know it wasn't, but in the
and
beginning,
both the losses were not on him.
it not
He
wasn't.
ga-
It wasn't all on him. No one was saying it was all on him.
then why are we
Just
saying Russell Wilson should have ever been starting? He never lost the job, in my opinion.
I
That's just
mean,
me. That's just
okay.
me.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. You know
He
what?
never lost the job.
That's fair. But I just
Why
think
are they
that
starting? This is my thing. I have a lot
I
of
think
respect for Mike Tomlin. I do. I really do because he's a very good coach. This is one thing I don't understand what he's doing. Like I get you're winning, but take this with a grain of salt. You beat the Jets, your Giants by 8, and the Jets are a dysfunctional football team right now. They suck.
mhm.
They're a dysfunctional football team. They just lost the Patriots 25 to 22. They let Jacoby Brissett drive down the field and hit a walk-off game-winning touchdown on them. No, beating the Jets was not impressive. Beating the Giants is not impressive. I'm sorry. Russell Wilson almost lost in this game. If the quarterback was not Daniel Jones, the Steelers would have lost. They would have lost if it was a comp. I'm sorry. They would have lost if it was Sam Darnold was the quarterback, bro. I'm sorry. They would have. Like,
Yeah.
I know we're talking a lot about this, but I'm sorry. Like, I'm worried about obviously I think our first round pick's gone and fourth round pick's gone, bro, because like Mike Tom's an idiot.
Listen, if the only way I can see this happening is if Russell Wilson plays bad for 2 games, then they move back to Justin.
The problem
Or
with
like
Russell
really bad.
Wilson playing bad, David, is so not David. Sorry, I keep saying David because I always talk football with David. My bad. So like the only problem is like I don't see him. I don't see him, bro. The reason why I don't see him is because the Steelers defense will mask Russell Wilson. They did that today. They
They did
saved
that
his
with
ass.
Fields too. But
No,
it's
they
like,
didn't.
what are you talking about? You realize that Fields also had that same defense, right?
Yeah, but I remember okay, here's the difference. That defense saved Russell Wilson in a game that mattered the most, and that defense let a touchdown, a game-winning touchdown to Jake Tolbert. Like, I understand Fields had the same defense, but like the defense will always match Russell Wilson. I just don't see Tomlin is such a good coach where like they will win with Russell Wilson. And the problem with Tomlin is, man, you're a great regular season merchant, but when it comes to the playoffs, buddy, off lately, man, you lost your 5 straight playoff victories on playoff starts. You started the season 11-0. You're a fraud in the playoffs, and it's going to show again if you start Russell Wilson. I'm not saying Justin Fields is winning you a Super Bowl right now, but you got to start and go with your younger guy. That's the whole thing. And each week goes on, it's looking like they're going with Russell Wilson for the rest of the season. And I understand the point where Justin Fields gets to learn. Learn for what? For what? Where are you going to get the start? Where?
Just
Where
because
are you?
like starting doesn't starting.
So you're saying he's a
But the thing
backup.
is, he's not growing. That's the only issue. Like, I'm
He's
genuinely
winning.
like,
He's winning.
yes, he's winning games, winning 5-1, but because
He should
you
have been
could
6
say
and
the
0.
defense masks, but the play calling also masks his mistakes because his ability
That's ridiculous,
to
man. That's a
get out of the
ridiculous take.
pocket after his first read, and the thing is, most of the stats is that his first read is what he passed to. If not, he takes off. That's not what's going to be sustainable for in the
That's not even
NFL.
true. That's not even true. I've seen him go through his progressions and make a
No,
play.
but that's very rare that he does when he has
It's not even
only when he has an insanely clean pocket. And even then, half of the time he takes a while and then he throws or he bails out of the pocket. Like, listen, you've
and
seen
yes,
that in Chicago. You've seen that
and
a little bit in these small sample size
hey,
that you
speaking of
saw.
Chicago, we could have used that. We could have used that outside pocket and extending plays and using your legs. We could have used that against the Commanders, man. I'm just saying
I
that.
mean,
But
there
look,
were moments, but it wasn't that much. But there
no.
were
But
there were
anyways,
some
I
plays.
just think that if I'm the Steelers, I look a hard look in the mirror and look at the roster. I'm shocked that they haven't made a receiver trade yet. I'm very shocked. But the Steelers are always gonna be the Steelers, man. They're always gonna rely on their defense. They're always gonna think it's the '90s. And look, I just don't think the Steelers have a good enough roster, even with Russell Wilson, to go to the playoffs. I mean, sorry, they're gonna go to the playoffs, but win a playoff game. So my thing is, why not just build your future? That's my thing. And you decline Justin Fields as fifth year option too. So he's not even going to be on. He's not going to be in contract with you next season. So you are basically making a decision. Russell Wilson's our future. Justin Fields, you're not going to be on our team next year. Because I'm telling you right now, Justin Fields is not accepting being a backup, bro. He's been a starter in the league. He's not going to accept being a backup. And he's not supposed to be a
I
backup.
think he currently is right now. Like, I
That's
don't.
crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's stop talking about this because we're not going to agree.
I guess
Because
we're
I don't
not.
know why. I mean, because you're gonna think that Caleb Williams is better, and I don't think he is. But you're just stuck on this thing that Ryan Poles made the right decision in getting rid of Justin Fields. Which sure, that could be the right decision, but
See,
I'm
at the
telling you right
time,
now,
I used to think that it wasn't the right decision. Like, but at
that's
the
cool.
same
That's
time,
cool.
I
That's
agreed
cool.
with it. And listen,
That's cool. That's
as
cool.
time went on, you had to realize that like there were
No,
some things, intangibles that Caleb had coming into the NFL
I
that
don't care about college,
Justin
man.
did not.
Didn't you say that college doesn't matter? College does not matter. Whatever you do in college does
I
not
didn't
matter.
say it doesn't matter. I just said that it's not everything.
Oh, if we're
Like,
talking
don't
about
get
if we're talking about college, Justin Fields accomplished way more in college than Caleb Williams did. I'm just saying that right now. He did. Winning the national championship. He had a season where he passed for 40 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He played really
well
well
because
in
Ohio
06.
State literally drafts
Okay, Lincoln
everything in.
Riley. He has Lincoln Riley as his coach. You know what
But
Lincoln Riley's done with
Riley's
his
known
coach?
for
He's had
okay,
4 NFL quarterbacks.
yes, but
3 of
each
them
of
were
them
number 1
having
picks.
bad defenses. Like, what do you expect them to do? Do you know that they've had notoriously bad defenses every time? Because Lincoln Riley cannot create or curate a good defense, right?
Look. I don't know why we're doing this like thing right now, but I'm just saying right now, all in all, just to wrap up this segment, Justin Fields should be the starter. I don't understand why he's not the starter. I don't think I'll ever understand why he's not the starter. Um, but Tomlin, you do you, man. Tomlin, you do you. I mean,
Okay. I
I can't
mean,
really argue with Tomlin because he always wins. So I'm just think that it's a bad decision for the playoffs. I mean, for the not the playoffs, for like the future of the Steelers. I think they're in trouble because I don't think Russell Wilson's going to keep this up, and he almost cost him the game, which is crazy. Had he lost his game because of that fumble he had in his own 25-yard line, we would have a different story now. But since he had Daniel Jones as his quarterback that he's going against, and Daniel Jones also fumbled, and he has TJ Watt, who is the best defender in the league, he got saved. And I can't even lie, he got saved that game.
all right. I mean, it is what it is. But we'll see. There's still a lot of season left. Um, hopefully, maybe Justin Fields comes back and
No,
starts.
he
But
won't. He won't. He won't.
if
Never.
not, things will work out. I trust it. It'll all work out.
All right,
All
man.
right.
You're Mr.
Let's move
Optimistic,
on
man. I'm
to the
not. I'm
Los
here.
Angeles
I'm
Rams
Mr.
and
I'm
Vikings.
Mr. Realism, man.
All right. Okay. Um. Anyways, let's go with this game. My Minnesota Vikings versus Los Angeles Rams. I think we kind of went over this game. Do I recall? No, we didn't because it was a Thursday night game. Mm. Um. Yeah, I guess short and sweet. It Rams were pretty good when they have Puka and Cooper Cup, right?
Yeah, I guess, man. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
I
I
miss
mean,
face mask, but yeah.
yeah, true. But Minnesota, I don't think they're completely out of it. I think these last two games have been pretty bad. But they still have a really good team. I still think that they can win their games. Going forward, make a push for the division. Um, but they have to get a lot of things cleaned up, especially with Sam Darnold, and the defense has to get healthy. Darisaw got out, um, as well. So we got to see. We got to see. All right, Browns, Baltimore. Hmm. You want to take this one?
Yeah, all I gotta say is J-Bo. J-Bo. I believed in you, man. Happy you won the game. That's all I gotta say.
Hmm, that is true. Um, Baltimore. Yeah, they really shouldn't have lost this one. Let's be really honest. But you know, that's the thing about the Cleveland Browns because you know last year was the same thing. Deshaun got hurt, out for the season, and then they insert Joe Flacco. Just any quarterback, this offense buzzes. Njoku is alive. Who's their wide receiver? They don't even have Amari Cooper anymore. Um, Tillman, Cedric Tillman popped off too. Like the Baltimore defense has like secondary wise has been kind of yikes. That's their biggest issue on defense, and they really are missing Mike McDonald a lot, and it kind of shows. Um, Especially Nate Wiggins. I forgot if he played or not, but he didn't do that great, and or like he did. I don't know if he even played, so to even say that, but their secondary is an issue. Lamar, I guess the offense did its thing. I don't know statistics. I didn't get a chance to watch this game fully, but hats off to Jabo. Hats off to Jameis Winston for coming in and getting the dub against a really good Baltimore Ravens team with Derrick Henry on the other side. But yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Detroit and Tennessee. Um, yeah, Detroit really dominated this team. Like genuinely, like dominated this team, and it just shows you how much of a powerhouse they are. And Ben Johnson, man, can really call an offense. And listen, he's going to get a lot of calls, especially when it comes to the for the head coaching jobs, right? So Tennessee, Mason Rudolph was inserted because of Will Levis. Didn't really get anything going. The first half, sorry, the first quarter seemed like they could go toe to toe, but yeah, they just Detroit was just too good. I think at one point it was like 35 to 7 or 35 to 14 or something in the half, and then they just gone to drop 50 bomb to Tennessee. So, what do you think?
Nothing really. I mean, the Tennessee Titans just suck, man. Like they're not a good team. And the Lions just whooped their ass, man. Not really much. I mean, this game was boring to watch. I'll say that for even hate watch.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, this game wasn't really crazy. It was, you know, like Marvin Harrison, James Conner came through for me, for fantasy at least, and Tua's return. You know, not wearing the Guardian Camp was definitely a choice, but yeah, this, yeah, the Dolphins, yeah, they're not good. Um, Even with Tua, it's like they couldn't have lost this game, man. This was the game to like kind of get back their season, but they just didn't have it. Like they just didn't have it. Um, Maybe it's because of Tua being not, he just got back inserted back into the lineup. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this game was a shocker. I was just I was baffled that the Dolphins blew it, but I mean, it's the Dolphins, and I think their season's over. That's all I gotta say, man. The season's over. Congrats to the Cardinals. It makes me honestly more nervous about next week, but I mean, yeah, really. I mean, Cardinals are just proving everyone wrong. They're a team where like it doesn't matter who they face, they're gonna give it their all. And right now they're on a 2-game win streak, better than the Bears right now. But yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, that's all they really need. Um, Falcons and Bucks. This is a very interesting game. Um,
I mean Baker tried, man. He
he
tried, but
really did.
I mean He's a gunslinger. He's gonna always throw some picks, but I don't know, man. Falcons are just they're a good team, but they're definitely first round exits, man. Like they have a good secondary. I'll say this: AJ Terrell is really good, and Jesse Bates is good, but their front four is not that good. But I'll say this: the Bucks season's over. I mean, if they don't get Godwin or Evans back, I mean, they probably get Evans back, but it's gonna be a little too late. I don't know. It sucks for the Bucks, man. Like that was a meaningless game. And you have Evans. I mean, Godwin playing. It sucks, but I mean, it's unfortunate. It's just the game how football is, man. Injuries happen, and they're part of the game.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it on the head. I don't. It's just such baffling teams now. I mean, I just think that Bucks losing Evans for until like week 11 is gonna really hurt them. Godwin as a secondary trusty wide receiver too is gonna be tough without the season. Falcons look like a pretty solid team. I think they because of the Buccaneers injuries, Falcons could win the division. Um, yeah,
I mean, that's
it's
their
too
only
solid.
competition because they're facing. They have what the Saints and the
The Saints
Panthers.
and the
Like,
it's between these two really, and they just
yeah.
finished their second um face off between each other. So yeah, they just have to each sweep the Panthers and the Saints for them to even have. I think they already played the Saints. I don't remember, but um yeah, Houston and Indy. Yikes! Do you see that thing where like Richardson was like tapped out or whatever, like and dipped?
I
He was like,
told you
"I'm
guys, like
tired" or whatever.
he's a joke of a quarterback. I don't know, man. Texans got lucky because they're facing Anthony Richardson. I think they're a good team, but Stephon Diggs is injured now. Nico's coming back, I think, either next. I think he's coming back week 10. So I think they should be healthy with Nico. It
Yeah,
sucks. Nico is just. It just sucks that Nico is injured, man.
yeah, but
But CJ's regressed. I feel like a little bit. He's missing like easy throws, but
CJ
uh,
Stroud.
I like him. But I don't know. Maybe his sophomore season slump, even though his team got a lot better. Maybe he's missing Nico a lot, but it's just not looking good
Mm.
for him, man.
I mean, he is tied for the NFL with hold on. It's like 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1,900 yards. Like, not bad. It's
You know,
12th in QBR.
Caleb has
10.
similar stats. I think
He does?
Caleb has 9
No.
touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but he has less yards. Caleb
Yeah.
is like 17. I want to get to Caleb, bro. Can we talk about him soon?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we
I've
can
been
get to
waiting for
that.
that. I've been waiting for that game, bro. 'Cause these other games,
We have
like,
a lot.
all right,
We can
sounds
pick
good.
a couple more and then we'll talk about the Bears. Packers, Jacksonville. It was I thought Jacksonville could have pulled it out, but guess not. Buffalo. I didn't even know this
Buffalo.
game actually happened. Genuinely did not know
I
this
was
game
happy
happened.
because I picked up Keon Coleman, but I'm just happy that
Mm.
the Bucks won. Obviously, not the Bucks. Sorry, I mean, I don't really care who won that game. Actually, like that game was. I mean, those.
Genuinely,
I kind of wanted the Seahawks to win because I don't want to see the Niners in the playoffs, but they're now third in their
yeah.
division. That division's all tied for first. It's like it's weird divisions. Like all of them are 4-4. Seahawks started the season 3-0, and now they're 4-4. They've lost 4 of the last 5. Like it's not
Hmm.
looking good for the Seahawks, but yeah,
Oh wait, whoops! I'm not even sharing the right tab. Yeah. um,
yeah.
I didn't even know that game happened. To be really honest with you. All right. I guess you
Chargers
can.
destroyed. Chargers
Well,
destroyed the Saints, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, you can talk about this. I already did a whole soliloquy on a video.
look, man, I
I'm kind
had
of
like
tired of talking about this
24.
game.
I had 24 hours to look at this game. Like I watched a little tape a little bit, and I think Tyree Stevenson should be benched. As
That's true. I agree.
I like Tyrese Stevenson a lot, man. He's like one of my favorite Bears players to watch. I like the pickup that Ryan Poles did, bro, but you can't do that, man. You can't be taunting the fans and acting like the game is over when it's not over. It ain't over until it's 0-0-0. Unless you're up by like 30. Like, that really pissed me off because that was his guy that he ended up tipping it to that guy. Like, I just, for me, man, the Bears, this game really showed that we're not a serious team. We're just not. And we always get this hype every year that, like, oh, we're a great team. And let's just talk, like, I really want to talk about our losses this year because we've been talking a lot about our wins, and that's where we're getting all this hype. Let's talk about our losses, man. Let's talk about our head coach on the road. 3-17 as a head coach on the road. You hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-17 on the road. Not good. Your road wins as a coach. I can actually name all the road wins. That's crazy. Like, I can name all the road wins. It's New England on the road. You won. And then last year was the Commanders. You won on the road. We won. I think we won another one on the road, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is actually hard. Like, this is bad. Like, we have to actually think about our last road win. I remember we won a game. Like, okay, I'm not counting Jacksonville because that's not really a road win. Yeah, that kind of is, but it's not really. Oh yeah, the Vikings. Like, that's bad. Harrison Graham, shout out to him. I really like his channel, man. Chat Sports. He keeps it real. That's what I really like about him, man. He keeps it real. You know, he's not gonna sugarcoat anything, and I respect that a lot about him. So shout out to Harrison Graham. But look, I'm saying this. Matt Eberflus is a 3-17 head coach. If I'm the Bears, oh yeah, on the road, his record's even worse. I mean, his record sucks. If I'm the Bears, I look in the mirror. If I'm like, top management, and think, is this head coach going to give us a chance to win a Super Bowl? Can you see yourself winning a Super Bowl or winning meaningful games with Matt Eberflus? His best win as a head coach is against Detroit at home. And mind you, he blew one 3 weeks before at Detroit. He can't win on the road. And if you want to be a good team, you need a head coach that can win on the road. He can't do that. And let's talk about Caleb Williams, man. Let's talk about him.
But before that,
okay,
let me show you something. What say Flus got fired in the middle of the season? I think this is a great idea. This is honestly one of the better interim head coaches, and here's why. Here is why.
I guess
this guy, Eric Washington, was the linebackers coach for Lovie Smith back in 2008. He seen great teams. He knows how to play football. He's been around the league for so long, unlike Eberflus. And
so is he going to be calling the defense too?
Yes, he'll be calling the defense too. That's what
I would
I'm
actually like that. I would. Now you mentioned that, I would like that. I would actually like that. I think. Okay, here's how I see it. Here's how I see it, man. If Eberflus gets fired, I think if you lose against the Cardinals, you had to fire Eberflus.
Yeah,
you have to, because he's shown that even if it's a bad team. Okay, I can't even call the Cardinals a bad team. They're actually decent. They're a decent team, and you can't beat the Cardinals on the road. Who are you going to be on the road, man? Who are you going to be on the road? You're not beating Detroit on the road. You're not beating the Niners on the road. You're not beating the Vikings on the road. You're not beating the Packers on the road. Like, you know that. Like, we have not beat them since 2013 on the road. Like, Eberflus is not a good coach. He's a good defensive coordinator, but again, his title is head coach. That means he's responsible for everything in the football team. He's not done good. Now let's talk about Caleb Williams real quick, man, because I know you're trying to stall this conversation, bro. Let's have a
Not really.
conversation. Let's have a conversation about Caleb Williams, man. All right, so let's look at the body of work he's shown throughout the season. Week 1, first game of the NFL. All the hype, 93 yards. Okay, fine. First week of the NFL. You're trying to gel. Second week of the NFL. On the road to the Texans. I don't even put this game on him. You heard me. I didn't put that game on him. I knew he was learning. He played a really good team on the road. You're not expected to win. Week 3 is when that pissed me off. Week 3. The Bears defense gives you a chance to win the game. And what do? You fumble the ball in your own 25, and you give Anthony Richardson a chance to go and win the game. I mean, win the game and score 21 points. All right. That's fine. Happens. He had to throw the ball 52 times. Let's talk about this loss. You had 36 passing yards. Yeah. I thought, when I heard that stat, I was like, wait, that gotta be one drive, right? No, that was the whole game. He had 36 passing yards in primetime game against Jaden Daniels. And guess what he does? Does absolutely nothing. And you want to talk about, he drove the football down the field twice. Yeah. DeAndre Swift had a 57-yard rushing touchdown. Yeah. Roshan Johnson had a rushing touchdown. And yeah, I know Doug Kramer, like an idiot, fumbles the ball. But it's not like Caleb Williams did anything this game, man. He had one good throw to DJ Moore. Are we going to really going to parade him for that? He was supposed to be an upgrade over Justin Fields. That was the reason why you drafted him. He hasn't won big games for you. Again, me and you had a conversation about this earlier, and I had time to think. I'm not giving up on Caleb Williams. I'm not. But I need to see something, man. I generally think I'm not going to I'll promise you guys right now, I am not going to overreact if he does good against the Cardinals. You hear this from me right now. We're recording this. I will not overreact if he beats the Cardinals, and if he beats the Patriots, the game I'm going to. His next test is against the Packers. It's against the Packers. You're going up against a good defense. You're going up against a good head coach. You're going up against a meaningful football game at home. Could you win? Could you get that win? Could you get the win against the Vikings? Could you put up a fight against your division? Because right now, Caleb Williams, you're number 4 in the division right now. You're the number 4 quarterback in the division right now. You're behind Sam Darnold. You're the number 3 quarterback in the 2024 draft class right now. Look at Bo Nix's stats. They're better than yours. And he has a better record than you. He's 5-3, you're 4-3. You got to look into yourself in the mirror, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, and you have to see what he is right now. He's not playing good. Scrap those games against. It's good. It's cute that he did it against the Panthers. He did it against the Jags. Played it okay against the Rams. Played bad against the Colts. Played bad against the Texans. Played bad against the Titans. Played bad against the Washington Commanders. He's played 7 football games this season. He's had 2 really good games, 1 mediocre game, 3 bad games. I'm not ready to crown him as the Bears' savior. I'm not ready to crown him as the Bears' best quarterback we've ever had. I'm not ready for that. As much hype he's got, as much as everything. Can he be that? Sure, he could. He could be that. I'm not giving up on him. Because I think you thought I was giving up on him. No, I'm not giving up on him. I just think that there's a conversation we had. I thought that if Justin Fields was the quarterback right now for the Bears, we would be going into Green Bay. Played 9 games before we played Green Bay. 8-1. I'm saying with a straight face, man. We'll be 8-1. I don't think we lose to the Colts. I don't think we lose to the Commanders. With this easy schedule, and you guys can say, Fields gets owned by the Green Bay Packers.
I'm
Sure.
sorry.
We might have lost to the Green Bay Packers.
We're not winning with flus, bro. I'll be real honest with you. Like
So
you're not beating the Packers.
you think that the Commanders' loss was not on Caleb? It was on the coaching staff.
It was 50-50. But I would say
I mean,
in the
I
end,
can't say that. I can't say that because I saw so. If that means you didn't watch the game, because I saw so many times he missed intermediate throws, overthrew
right?
receivers.
Okay.
He has zero deep ball. He doesn't have a deep ball.
Right now, yeah.
Like I don't trust Shay. I don't trust Caleb Williams to throw me a hail mary right now. I don't. I don't
I
trust
mean,
Caleb Williams.
he kind of did. It just DJ Moore was outside of the touchdown in
Look,
against the Colts.
Jaden Daniels is miles better than. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's miles better than Caleb Williams. It's not even close. I saw two different quarterbacks out there. I saw a Rolls Royce and I saw a Toyota Corolla.
All right.
You can shake your head all you want. I'm being real. I'm being real here. Can I see Caleb Williams being better than Jaden Daniels in 5 years? Sure, he could be. But if you're talking about right now in the league, right now, he is the third best rookie quarterback in the league. It's not even close, and he has the best situation in football. It's not even close. For the rookie, he has. You can roll your eyes all you want. You can be the delusional Bears fan that you could be, but if you look at it, he has the best situation, and he's now making use of it right now. And he's has been awarded one of the easiest schedules. He's the third easiest schedule in the league, and he still can't win. He still can't win meaningful games. I think the Bears. I'm going to tell you guys a spoiler right now. I'm taking the Cardinals to beat the Bears because until Flus can prove to me and prove to the world that he can win on the road, I will not trust him winning on the road. Arizona might win. Arizona might beat us. They're not a joke of a team. They're a good team. They have a good quarterback. They have a good offensive coordinator. They have a good coach. They have a good wide receiver, and they have a good running back. They have a good run game. I don't see the Bears beating the Cardinals if we are going to see the same football production by Caleb Williams, and we're going to see the same coaching malpractice that we saw with Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron. I think the defense played really well. It gave Caleb Williams so many opportunities to win the football game. Every game this season, Caleb Williams has had an opportunity to win, and he just failed to win the game. He's failed to put, and you guys can say, oh, he left the field with the lead. Sure, that's fine. But let's talk about the other 3 quarters of the game. The game is not only 1 quarter. The game is 3 quarters. He didn't do anything before the 4th quarter with those 2 drives. I am not throwing away everything that happened in quarters 1, 2, and 3, where he had 36 passing yards, 0 points of offense, and saying, oh, yeah, we're going to wash that away. He had good 2 drives at the end. No. He lost the football game. It's going to sting a lot more. Tyree Stevenson also is a big mistake. He needs to be benched. And Matt Eberflus, you're on the hot seat. This is a must-win against the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, these next 2 games are must-win because you have to go to Green Bay with 6-3. You have to. I thought you had to go 7-2. You have to go 6-3. If you don't go 6-3, you're cooked. I like to say, you're cooked.
All right. Well, that's something. I mean, yes, you're right. I would say I agree with you for about 75% of that.
Why don't you agree with me? Why don't you agree about my statement? I like to know.
I I don't fully agree with the the fact that Caleb didn't do, like, yes, he didn't do anything for 3 quarters. 100% understandable. I completely understand your sentiment. I had the same sentiment
0
too.
points. Okay,
Right.
keep going.
Okay. Listen, I'll let you talk,
Yeah, you got it. You
right?
got it. Floor is yours.
But the fact of the matter is, a rookie quarterback, having a really terrible game, having a really, really bad game, very, very rare. Yes, he's in the best situation. He's number 1 overall pick. And, he has everything going for him, and he has a bad stinker of a game. Comes into the fourth quarter, and yes, DeAndre Swift helped them. That's what running backs are supposed to do. He didn't turn over the ball. He played well enough where that he got 95 yards, was able to get to the red zone, and allow his running backs to score touchdowns for him. And yes, he converted a 2-point conversion as well, giving them the lead. And if a bad play call from Shane Waldron giving it to our backup offensive lineman, dumbest thing I've ever seen, but that's fine. The defense came clutch, and Caleb took that opportunity again, went down the field, handed it off to Roshan Johnson, scored the touchdown, and they led with the lead. Yes, Caleb did not play well with his arm, but he made the audibles. He did all that he could to put the team in a position to win, even though he didn't have a great game on his hand. And being able to do that is, as a rookie, be albeit having an insane wide receiver room, albeit having a really good team and a good defense, and it's still impressive. It's still
No.
decent. Like, it's still impressive in a sense because you still can't, listen. The listen for your if you're put yourself in the shoes of Caleb Williams when you're doing this, okay?
No, I'm not, because I'm not good enough to be an NFL quarterback. I
I'm just
understand
saying.
that.
No, you do not understand what putting yourself in the shoes of
No,
Caleb
I
Williams is.
understand. He has a lot of pressure. He has a lot of pressure.
He's a lot of no. First of all, yes, you're right. He does have a lot of pressure because he's already playing very bad. And the fact
Yes.
of the matter is, he was able to still, while playing bad, do enough to give the Bears still a chance to win at the end of the game.
Guys. Whoever's watching the podcast right now, that's what a Chicago Bears fan would say. That's what a Bears fan would say.
So you're not a Chicago Bears fan, I say.
No, I am a Bears fan, but I'm not a delusional Bears fan, okay? I'm not going to be powdering our quarterback just because he has a mediocre game. Actually, no, a terrible game, and he does two good things. I'm tired of that.
When it matters the most?
When it matters the most, yes. He didn't. He still didn't play good. I don't understand. He got carried by his running back. He got outplayed. He lost the the offensive rookie of the year. I don't want to hear another debate about that. It's over. You lost it, Caleb. You're not winning yet. You're not winning that shit, Brent. You're not winning it.
That's fair.
First of all, Caleb had 36 yards of offense in the first. No, this is crazy. Caleb Williams, the Bears didn't score until a minute left of the third quarter. I'm sorry, bro. 50. If DeAndre Swift does not have that 57-yard run, oh my god, the Bears would have got embarrassed on national television even more, man. Look, again, I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm okay. If you're okay with mediocrity, that's fine, man.
That's not
because that's
okay
what that is. That's mediocrity.
Okay. Oh my god!
Why are we giving?
You don't understand what I'm saying.
My question is, why are we always giving why are we always giving him an excuse?
It's not an excuse.
Can we just say he's playing bad? Can we just say that he's playing bad and not meeting expectations, right? Can we say that? I don't think that's wrong. I think that's not wrong to say. He's not meeting expectations. He's not playing good. He has a soft schedule. He's been put to the best situation in football. I don't understand what he needs. Does he need Jesus Christ to help him win every game? No. He needs to go out there and play well. He needs to go out there and out-duel Jaden Daniels. It's not like he's playing Patrick Mahomes. It's not like he's playing Josh Allen. It's not like he's playing Lamar Jackson. He is playing Jaden Daniels, who was taken the number 2 overall pick in the draft. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's the truth. He had a way better team. If you look at the rosters, Caleb Williams' roster is way better than what's the name? Washington Commanders.
Okay. I want to know something though. Can I interrupt a little bit? Give me from a percentage standpoint, how much the blame is on Caleb?
That game? Okay, so let's look at holistically the game, right?
I'm intrigued.
So let's just the defense, right? First of all, let's talk about the whole game. Defense. The Washington Commanders were in the red zone 5 times, only allowed 4 out of 5 field goals. I think you did your job there. This Commanders offense has played a lot, really, really well. They averaged higher than 20 points. You kept the streak alive. Defense played good. Hail Mary happens. It
Again,
happens, man. No,
until
Hail
the end.
Mary happens. It's a lucky play. Tyree Stevenson is a bum for that. He's
But
stupid for
is he?
that.
Oh,
And Flus,
was
and
he on
also
the
Flus is
defense?
stupid. No, Flus is also very stupid for not
Huh.
calling timeouts. He's not, and he's also stupid for allowing them to get 15 yards on that out route
Mm-hmm.
to give
Mm-hmm.
them a chance to get a Hail Mary. Sluse
Right.
is
Right. Right.
stupid for that. So
Okay. Okay.
I give the defense a B plus or no, a B in that game because they
Okay.
did
Okay.
everything until the Hail Mary very well.
Okay.
You
Okay.
cannot blame them, okay?
Okay.
So B plus on the defense, right? Special teams played really well. They had a blocked field goal. So very good special teams played really well. So yeah, I think special teams I'll give an A. Offense I give an F. I'll give them a D minus. I'll be a little nice. They got a D minus. I think offense and who's the captain of the offense? The quarterback. And I saw a lot of times he missed a lot of throws. He only completed 10 passes. Like he got sacked 2 times this game. He didn't play good. Let's be brutally honest here. So if you want to tell me the blame, I'm giving 60% of the blame to Caleb Williams, 40% on the coaching.
Hmm.
I think the running backs played really well. Shout out to DeAndre Swift. He's really turned the season around for himself. I really like him. I like DeAndre Swift. He's played really well. Roshan Johnson's played really well. I think Khalil Herbert's gone, sadly, but I like this, man. I'm putting 60 to 65% of the blame on Caleb Williams because you are the captain of the offense. If you cannot score on the Washington Commanders defense, I said the Bears would score 42. I'm a joke for saying that. I really thought Caleb Williams was coming off a great 2 games that he would do it, and he puts up a stinker. Okay, he plays inconsistent football. He holds on to the ball way too long. Where do we see that?
I
Where
don't
do we
remember
see that
Tua
from?
doing that.
Yeah, he does. He
So.
does hold on to the ball a lot,
Hmm.
way too long. Where do we see that from? Oh, that's right, Justin Fields from last year. But he was terrible, right? I'm always gonna bring up Justin Fields because it's funny how the Bears fans turned on Justin Fields, man. It really is like you, so back
All right.
like you turned on him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well, how
I
much percent of the
understand.
blame do you put? How? Yeah, you did. You don't care about like you think he's not good. Anyways, um,
I
how much
think that. Well, I guess you don't listen to what I say then. All right. But
how much percent of the blame? How much percent of
personally,
the
I
blame?
say it's 50-50. Like
Yeah,
genuinely, there's a lot of the 50% goes to Caleb Williams. Yes, he had a really bad game, but
no, that's
I
not
would
really bad.
say it really.
Atrocious game. Atrocious. Okay, keep going.
Hello, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
But I
So
can't let
I
you say that
think it's
blasphemous thing,
50%
man.
for Caleb, just for the sole reason that yes, he played bad, but at the end he was able to still help the team win, along with his weapons on the offense. He was able to command the offense enough, even with Shane Waldron's bad play calling at times. But that goes to my other point. The other 50% of the blame is Flus, along with Shane Waldron. You know, what are we doing, man? Majority of this game could have been a
Can't
win, but
keep blaming the coaching staff for the quarterback's incompetency. That's what I heard last year. That's what I heard
but
last year.
he didn't necessarily do any incompetent things though. Like, what did he do incompetent?
Missing so many throws, 10 for 24 completion percentage is not good in the NFL. It's not. Complete 40% of your passes is not good in the NFL.
But coming back and we're doing pretty well. Okay, I'm just
No,
going back.
stop.
We're
No,
going back
no,
in circles
stop
again.
saying that. Like,
All right,
stop saying that.
we're about to
Fourth
hit an hour pretty
quarter,
much. So.
that's it. Fourth quarter, that's all he's done, man.
All right, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess that's all he's done. But then again,
He's had 4 bad
nothing I'm
games in the
gonna say.
National Football League, 3 good games. Not the no, 2 good games, 1 mediocre game. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm out.
And just like that, that's about it for today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I guess this got a little bit feisty, but uh, always remember to like and subscribe. And we'll guys see you guys in the next one.